What's going on, everyone? It's Marcellus back with another video. Today, we're just going to be going over Baby Doge, some technical analysis, and we're going to be looking at Bitcoin because Bitcoin has a lot to do with the overall crypto prices. So, we're going to talk about a lot today. Definitely hit that like button and subscribe. Go ahead and leave a comment in the comment section. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor, none of this financial advice, but let's go straight over it. So, the first thing here in Baby Doge that we really want to talk about here, look at this 24-hour market control bearish by 60%, yet we have been moving up a little bit. So this kind of tells us we might actually have another drop to the downside very soon inside of Baby Doge. So I like to call these, false breakouts, and I like to call that because as you can see, we had a little bit of a breakout here, if you want to say that, but it's only because we went all the way down here to this little support here, all the way down at 1-0. But there's nothing really keeping us from going below 1-0 right now, especially with a lot of the stuff that we have going on inside the current market. So, as if anyone doesn't know, I've mentioned this in my previous video. We're about to have the whole Fed interest rate hike for the 20th or 21st. Well, really, they're going to have a meeting and they're most likely going to raise interest rates on the 20th and 21st. So, that's really what we're anticipating here. And also, we have, Lunar Classic going to be going crazy. So, that doesn't really have anything to do with Baby Doge. But right now, the main thing is just going to be the interest rate hikes. So that's going to definitely shake everything up, and we got to prepare for that. But yeah, I think we're going to have another drop here inside of Baby Doge because of that. It is the 20th. But I also want to tell you something else. The whole overall crypto market and the stock market will be going down because of that. But the Baby Doge team, the developers for Baby Doge, the whole team over there, is actually doing something very smart to combat that. They're going to be releasing the mainnet at 10:15 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. And the fact that they're going to be doing this as we're having interest rate hikes, that definitely shows that they know what they're doing. They're going to make sure that they put this hype out there as the whole prices of everything goes down. So as the price of every single crypto goes down, they're putting out this huge news that could quite possibly make us beat this. So this could be one thing that helps us not go below this 1-0 support. And this support is so significant because it's pretty much the last support before we add on another zero. And I know a lot of people don't want to see us add on a zero. So this is probably going to end up stopping that and helping us not add on another zero. So whenever Baby Doge swap, the actual release date for the mainnet comes out, this is going to be pretty big. It's going to be really big. So anyways, this is official launch date. So it's not like they're actually releasing the mainnet tomorrow, but this is the official launch date. So this is going to be really big for us. But anyways, let's keep going over this. So I really don't want to do any bearish predictions here. But if you think about it, the only bearish prediction we could have is 99 and possibly 97. But I don't think that's going to happen after the swap. After we get this release date for the swap, I think we're going to be ramping up all the way up here to this 1250 resistance. So you probably want to prepare for that now because it's definitely probably going to come. Just because based off of the mainnet, whenever we get that release date, a lot of people have been waiting for this. So whenever this actually happens, it might send us all the way up to the moon, or it might not do anything. But I'm predicting that it could quite possibly bring us at least up to 1150 because that's where we actually had this resistance, and then we dropped from there. But if it continues to go up from there, then we can see 1250. So that's what I'm expecting to see from that. But like I said, none of this is financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. But something else you do want to take a look at here for Baby Doge, up here at this red line. So this is the next resistance at 1350. If we are to break the 1250 resistance, and 1350 is our next resistance after that. And honestly, I don't want to kind of do any more predictions after that because we can't really tell what happens that far out. But if we were going to do that, then our next resistance after all of that would probably be all the way up here at about 1630. So yeah, I guess we can stop it there, but we're gonna have to wait till tomorrow to see what happens after we get the mainnet release date. It'll probably do some nice pumps. But Bitcoin, on the other hand, Bitcoin is doing some nice movements right now because it is on the downside a little bit. But the reason why I say that this is nice because look, bearish by 100%, 24-hour market control. When we get this news for the interest rate hikes for the 21st and the 20th, when we finally get this news, it's probably going to send Bitcoin down even more. And you're probably wondering why I think that's a good thing. That's gonna really give us a good buying opportunity here for Bitcoin. Now look, high activity expected here, but it could be high buying activity and it could be high selling. It could be either one. It could be high buying or high selling. But if it was high selling activity, we have the support at 18.8K. And then we have even lower activity for institutional investors over here, all the way down about 18.6K. Now, mind you, this is only the 5-minute chart, so you got to keep that in mind. We're going to look at the longer term charts after this. But over here, 19.1K at that immediate resistance up there, and then it could even get up to 19.3K if it's going to become bullish. But like I said, this is the 5-minute chart. The 15-minute chart, a little bit different, but it's still kind of the same thing here. So as you can see here with the 15-minute chart, it says we're in a moderate activity area. We are coming off of the support, so this should send us straight up here to this resistance at about 19.3K. But again, it's only the 15-minute chart. Now, the 4-hour chart, this is what we want to be looking at. So we are currently oversold on Bitcoin. This whole area was oversold. So what happened? We had to have a little bit of a bullish rally, which is indicated by this right here, but we almost immediately went down. And now we're having less selling, which is also another bullish indicator here. But we're also seeing a strong downtrend is being signaled to us right now. So now we're having this strong downtrend as we're hitting this support. So look, this little green bar right here that's forming up, that's supply and demand of more demand. We are starting to have more demand for Bitcoin around 18.2K, and we could be seeing that very soon. Now, also over here, the red area, supply and demand of less demand. You can see this spans all the way from about 20.1K all the way up to about 20.7K. But the more important area about this down here, the more important thing about this area at 18.2K, 18.3, whenever you go over here and you look at the 5-minute chart, our immediate resistance down here is kind of showing us the same thing. Actually, no, that was for the 15-minute chart. But yeah, for the 15-minute chart, you can see our resistance is showing the same thing down here. And that's about 18.2K. So after we get our next drop inside the crypto market, that should bring Bitcoin down to 18.2K. That's pretty much what I'm waiting for. Now it could go down lower than that. Don't think it can't go down any lower, because it definitely can. But is it likely to go down that low? I don't think it's too likely to go too much lower below that. And that's just in the short term, mind you that. But anyways, because look, we're gonna have a nice big drop whenever we have the 20th and 21st news for the interest rate hikes. But after that, people are gonna start buying and FOMOing in. But what I think is gonna happen in the long term here at Bitcoin, a lot of people don't like this, and it's an unpopular opinion. Right now, we're in the high activity area, but notice how it's all selling. In the 20th and 21st, we're going to get more selling. So this kind of confirms that the high activity is high selling activity. But something else you want to look at here, right here on the oscillator, it says we're having less selling, which we are having less selling. If you look way back from here, from the 29th of November, we've been selling off pretty much since then. Little pumps here and there, but we've been selling off since then. So it's oversold, but the selling is now slowing down. We should probably get one or two more large selling waves here on the 1 week chart. The 1 week chart is very long term, so this could probably be until next year, like early next year or mid next year for our next bull rally. So you just got to keep that in mind, like our actual next bull run from like 10K to 100K, like that type of bull run. I'm not talking about some 10K increase. I'm talking about big money. But anyways, look, if we were to continue to pull back here, we have more support at about 14K. And then down here a little bit lower, we have more support about 10K, 10.8K. So I really like to say from 14 to 10K, those are our supports here for Bitcoin. So that's what I'm expecting here. That's what I'm expecting for the pull down. That's in the long term. But right now, what we're really looking at here is 18.2K, because this high activity area is going to bring us down to another selling area. But anyways, that's pretty much all I got for you all today. Definitely hit the like button and subscribe. Remember, I'm not a financial advisor. None of this is financial advice. As always, I'll be back with another video.